Hey team, Jesse Dale, Macro Missionary, and this is the ultimate accountability, and it is my prayer that it's also the ultimate motivation to give you maybe the proverbial kick in the behind that you might need. So the last thing that I want you to feel is like, Jesse, you are being a condescending jerk, because I learned this in psychology. Generally, when people are coming down on others, it's because they're dissatisfied with something in themselves. So I'm really coming down on myself. But no, I really am coming from a good place, a good heart. But here's what I want to talk about. You are a superhero. Whether you know it or not, you are a superhero. And you're like, what are you talking about? I don't got a cape, I can't fly. What do you mean I'm a superhero? Look in the eyes of your kids. Look in the eyes of your spouse. Look in the eyes of your parents. Look in the eyes of your brothers and sisters, your church family. There are people out there that look up to you in the biggest ways. And my question to you would be, what are you doing with your powers? Okay? So for example, this past weekend, if I have these people that are looking up at me as Superman, as with these superpowers, they're looking up to me, and I say have one too many bourbons, and the whole next day I'm, even though I fit those bourbons into my macros and and everything like that, and the next day I'm just kind of like a walking zombie and I'm tired. I'm not being a superhero that day. I'm not living up to my potential that day. Now, am I telling you that you're being a bad person if you enjoy some bourbon? Absolutely not. My mom and dad, they're my superheroes, and they love bourbon. They drink these crazy rusty nail drinks. Ugh. Yeah, they like Scotch bourbon. But you know what? I've never ever seen that get the better of them. So let's look at another way. Say you're your wife's superhero, or you're your husband's superhero, and when you got married, you were vibrant, and you were running, and you were growing, and you were investing in yourself, and you were a size 4, or if you're a dude, you're a size 28 waist, and now when you go to the beach, they look at you as their superhero, and they just see that you totally don't do those things that you could be doing. You totally aren't doing those things that they saw you as a superhero back 12 years ago. And I'm not saying that, looks are everything and anything of that nature. Absolutely not. Okay? But what I am saying is you had the gifts within you. You had the abilities to be in great shape at that point of your life. Why did you get rid of it? Why are you letting it go when you have that potential? People are looking up to you. People are saying, hey, that's my superhero. When they say that's my superhero, we want to look and act like a superhero that you are. And here's the thing, you might be saying, well, you know what? I didn't sign up to be a superhero. I didn't sign up for this. I just want to lose 20 pounds. I'm not trying to save the world. I'm not trying to be anyone's superhero. Well, guess what? Superman wasn't trying to fly and rescue people either. He just wanted a normal life. But guess what? He was gifted with the cape and the ability to fly, and he had to make the most of it. Jesus was born flesh and skin. Even when he was on the cross, he was like, why have you forsaken me? I didn't sign up for this. That's what he said. I didn't sign up to be the Savior and to be nailed to a cross, but that was his destiny. That was his potential, okay? And if you look at any superhero, throughout history, a lot of them were loners. They didn't sign up for it, I didn't sign up to be a role model for my nephews. When I go to our lake house, or I go wherever they come here, I want to kick back and do whatever it is that I want to do. Maybe eat an excessive amount of Toll House cookies. But guess what? When they're around, I'm their superhero. And when they see me eating excessive amounts of cookies, they're going to think, what is Uncle Jesse doing? That I was told, mom and dad said that's not healthy. So guess what? I have to educate them, and I have to avoid some of those behaviors. I have to live up to my potential. And that's all it's that we're talking about. So I'm not saying don't feed your soul. Absolutely feed your soul, whatever it might be. But remember, hey, is this how a superhero feeds his soul? I'm sure Superman had 1 or 2 cookies. I'll bet he had a beer after saving the world a couple times. But he didn't have 20. And he didn't have so many that the next day he couldn't fly. He couldn't save lives because he was like, oh man, I'm just too hungover. when you sign up to be a superhero, it's 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So remember, people are always looking at you. They're always looking at your journey, okay? So yeah, let them see you feed your soul. Let them see you be social. But don't ever stop or ever forget or stop being their superhero. That's, whether you signed up for it or not, that is who you are. That's the potential that you have. And you know what? You're probably someone's superhero, especially if you're midway through your journey and you're down 20 pounds, 30 pounds, or you're putting on muscle, you're feeling good, you're feeling energy, and people are benefiting from that energy. People are benefiting from your positive attitude. And there's people that you're their superhero and you don't even know it. So think of those people. Don't let it go. Don't leave potential on the table. All right, rock on. Let's do this.